Hello everyone, welcome to the fifth lecture of chapter 3. In this chapter, we will study what is a case study research, what are the types of case study research, what is the procedure, and what are the challenges. First, we need to understand what is a case study research. In a case study research, we study an issue, we study something that has passed, but we study that within a bounded system, which is a setting or a context. For example, if I want to study that how did a certain pharmaceutical company retained its employee during the pandemic. So now my setting in Pakistan, I'm going to see that during the pandemic, how did pharmaceutical companies retained their employees? What were their financial situations, what they were doing? So within a certain context, within a certain setting, I'm studying what they did and how they did it. This is not a methodology, but you have a choice of what you are studying within that system. You are studying what did they do, what did they experience, what was exactly going on. It is a qualitative approach, and you, as a researcher, you are trying to understand one case or maybe multiple cases. For example, you may be studying one pharmaceutical company, or you may be studying two or three pharmaceutical companies, or you might be comparing that how did each one of them retain, how much did they retain, what were their strategies, what were the pros and what were the cons. So but it depends on what you are studying on. For this, we use multiple resources. We observe them, we interview them, we document them, we study their reports, we study their documents, and then we describe these case based themes. So we understand them, we develop themes, and then we describe them. And then if we talk about the types of case study research, there are basically three main types of case study research. We have a single instrumental case study, we have a collective or multiple case study, and we have an intrinsic case study. If you are studying only one case, for example, you are only studying one pharmaceutical company and how did they retain their employees during the pandemic, then that would be a single instrumental case study. But if you are focusing on one, but you are discussing other cases as well, and you are trying to illustrate the main issue of retention in your main pharmaceutical company, but you are talking about other companies as well, so that can be your collective one. Then when we talk about the intrinsic case study, in this intrinsic case study, you'll be focusing on the case, you will be focusing on the particular program, you'll be focusing on a particular, a particular person in that. So a case within a case be said will be your intrinsic case study, which can be on an unusual or a unique situation. So in instrumental case study, you will be talking about one case. In collective case study, you will be talking about multiple cases together. You might be doing a comparison. You might be using one thing for another. In the intrinsic case study, you will be focusing on the case that can be an evaluation or an assessment, and you will present that case because it had a very unusual or unique situation. So if we talk about the procedure of conducting a case study, the first thing that you need to do is you need to understand which case to be studied. You need to identify the case. You need to identify the case. You need to see that whether your research fits in the case study approach. That means there is a phenomena, there is an aspect that needs to be studied within a bounded system. Then you need to study that. To study this case, what are the things that you might need to study? Do you need to study an individual or several individuals, a program or an event? Then you need to see that whether you are using a single case study or a multiple case study or an intrinsic one, whether it needs to be on site, or how you are going to do that. Then your data collection technique can be different. You need to see that how that particular time, how that particular issue was documented, whether in the documents, or are there any audios available, are there any videos available, are there any documents available. You need to see that did they conducted any were there any surveys at that time. But then you need to conduct your interviews by yourself, you need to observe them, and you need to see what is going on. Then from there we go for data analysis. We study it completely by case by say. We develop different themes. The context is very important of the case as well, so we need to understand the context as well, we need to understand the background as well. And from there we go and we explain the case. We tell the background, we tell what was going on, we explain the system, and then we tell them that what happened and exactly how did they come out of it. If you talk about the challenges, the one of the main challenges is that you need to identify your case. You need to understand that whether this case is worthy of studying, whether this case is can be used as an example to teach others. Can it be a teaching case? Can others, benefit from this case? What happened there? What are the learning outcomes from that particular case? Then you need to understand that which bounded study system are you going to study. There might be several possible candidates there. There might be several cases there. Then you need to be very particular to choose and illustrate, again, as I said, which should be worthy of a study, where people would actually learn something from that particular case. You need to have a proper rationale to study that particular case. You will have a purpose, you will use a purposeful sampling strategy for studying that case to gather the data. Will need to have an in-depth picture of everything that was happening. So before choosing a case, you need to make sure that you have access to all of the information there, that you can interview them, you have an access to their documents and to their reports as well. But you need to set your boundaries as well, that how much you're going to present and what can be present, depend because of their confidentiality and anonymity of the companies as well. So this is what we actually do in a case study research. We study a certain process or certain action that a company or a person that took at a certain bounded system, that in a particular situation, a particular system, how did one reacted, what did they do, and what are the learning outcomes from there for other people or for other companies. So this will be the end of your lecture 5, unit 3. Thank you.